So, tell us about the film.
Where to begin? So this is a movie, as I just said that in the beginning, the intro. But like, this is a movie that we made out of love and out of limited resources, and by any means necessary. We're like, okay, we have other projects that are potentially going to go and potentially big with A-list fucking actors and all of the bells and whistles, but they weren't going, and they were taking forever. And that seems to be the story of a lot of these kinds of things. And in the meantime, my strategy is to make a movie with my friends and my family and the most talented people that I can find, in my community.
Because April is fantastic in the film. I mean, extraordinary performance. Did you have her in mind? Did you know? Was it a casting process? What's the deal? How did you get the role?
I knew him through filmmaker friends, but not well. We weren't friends. I mean, we are now. But I'll let you tell.
It was weird. There is one story which I remember, but yeah, I had met April and we had some long, intense conversation about method acting or some shit at some stupid party.
Acting or some shit.
But because we both are, I'm an acting coach at times, and we both were just intrigued with like what is the most authentic process and all that other stuff. And then I months later, after I was in the middle of writing the script, and I was sort of sleeping with the script and waking up with it and trying to figure out what to do, and we were getting close to casting, and I woke up one morning and I had the name April Billingsley in my head, and I, for the life of me, didn't know why.
Wow.
I was like, fucking April Billingsley.
Heard this before.
But I literally,
this is like news to me. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, who's April Billingsley? I know that name, and I finally remembered that I had met her, and I was like, right.
That's really strange.
April
Is that
Billingsley.
for real?
It is for real.
You're not bullshitting.
I'm not fucking bullshitting.
Okay.
It's true. But yeah, and then, so I invited her to come for casting, and I already had in mind that she was probably going to get the role. But then she came and like just
knocked it out of the park.
Killed it. She showed up like fucked up. Like your hair was, you were not.
Yeah, I was just like, I just got out of bed.
You looked like you'd been through a war, and I was like, she's.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, okay, so.
What had you been doing then?
You
don't have to go into full detail.
You can get, no, it's just one little thing that really made me look like I've been through a war because I had like, I guess this can happen. I'd never had it happen before, but if you like sneeze really hard or something, you can burst a blood vessel in your eye.
Jesus,
and then
never done that.
And it doesn't hurt. You just look in the mirror and you just look crazy. You just have a bloodshot eye. And I was like, I remember that had happened to me, and I was like, what is this? And I look crazy. And then I was like, it works for the role.
Wow.
And that's what he means by I looked like I'd gotten through a war.
Yeah, but you were in it. You were like, we didn't have to say, okay, scene, action. You were already there.
So Dan, we've had the signal at Frightfest, but you weren't able to come over. That was many, many, many years ago. I think
a decade ago,
in the Odeon West End when we were literally next door to here. So take us through what you've done since then and what's been the build-up to this latest work.
So after the signal, everybody was like, oh, you're going to have a wonderful career now that you've made the signal and it's gone to Sundance and all these things have happened, and now Magnet picked it up. And
it's a great film, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Love it. That's why we chose it.
Yeah, and I love it too. And it, but like right then, it was 2008, and like the world market crashed, and then all the dumb money that was in independent films seemed to be sucked out. So we couldn't get funding to make these movies that we had slated. Right. So I continued to do what I did with The Signal and what we did with The Signal, which was to like, let's make a movie by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Because dealing with agents and lawyers and the system is not directing.
No.
So
I feel like that's such a testament to your creative spirit that no matter what obstacles you've come up against, you can't stop creating.
Well, yeah, you have to. You have to. Yeah. So I made a movie called The Reconstruction of William Zero, which is a sci-fi cloning film.
I don't know, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's also extremely character driven.
Okay.
So we did that, and that was on. I think that was on had a time on Netflix.
Right.
And then after that, made a movie that was a pretty terrible experience with an A-list actor.
I thought he was going to say it's a pretty terrible movie.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was. Let's see.
But I made a movie that was it's all the way through the Hollywood system. We landed an A-list actor, and we had everything. You would think it was the one thing that would hurl you into a career, but in the background, I had this angel, beautiful movie called The Dark Red that cost nothing and was a 180 degrees different experience from that other movie.
And your background, April? What's your acting background?
As an actor? Oh.
Yes.
I did my first paid performance when I was 10.
Wow. Okay.
It was a play downtown Atlanta at this theater called the 14th Street Playhouse, and I played Pearl in The Scarlet Letter. And I got found because I was taking this acting class, and the person teaching the class was like, "Well, you come audition for this." But after that, I didn't really get into acting professionally until I turned, 18. My parents didn't really want to have me be the professional kid actor or whatnot, but I've just always loved it.
Tell the audience about the new film, The Dark Red.
I guess I would say it's a wonderful thrill ride where the perspective shifts as our lead character's perspective shifts.
Yep.
And that affords us, in like sometimes I do, to explore different genres and to really bend across different ways of filmmaking. So yeah.
Is that how you describe it as well?
Yes, I think what I love about The Dark Red is it's unconventional. It's not necessarily what you expect.